got your first one. Can you talk us through that one?
Yeah, it's just a bit of a plan, I guess, to the tail enders, sort of try and turn the ball both ways a little bit more. So yeah, worked, I guess. So pretty good.
It spun a hell of a lot. Is that something normal for you running, or?
Yeah, I think that pitch out there is pretty good for spinners. So it was turning both ways pretty well for me. So yeah, I was pretty happy with the conditions.
I know Adam's put it on Twitter and there's like 7,000 views already of that ball.
Oh really?
Causing a bit of a sensation.
Wasn't aware of that,
like,
but yeah.
How do you? I guess how you're handling all the hype or surrounding you to do in performances recently?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's going to come, but yeah, it makes me pretty humble to play for my state, and yeah, it's an amazing opportunity. So I'm just trying to sort of focus on the game, I guess, and sort of put that out of my mind. So
how do you deal with the comparisons with Warner, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it's interesting to see people say that, but I guess I'm probably a little bit of a different bowler than that. I've said it a few times, I guess, but obviously he's done a really good job, and I look to him sort of through his performances and try and take all the stuff out of that. But I guess probably turn it a bit less than him and try and bowl a few more variations, I guess. So a few differences.
The wrong and spins a bit, though.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Are you a nervous bloke? You look pretty like a cool customer, but were you nervous before this game?
Yeah, a couple of nerves. I don't tend to get too nervous before cricket games. The most nervous I probably was when Jake told me I was bowling the next over, and then going, all right, sort of, it's really happening. But other than that, it was pretty good. I just loved the experience. I mean, to play a game on the Adelaide Oval was amazing. Obviously, as my home ground, and it was really weird. All the echoes around the ground when you're talking, and just little things like that. It was surreal, really.
And do you trust in your variations from ball one, or do you need a while to sort of get into your spell before you start reeling them out?
No, I think from ball one, definitely. That's why I train in the net, so practice everything and try and get both balls up to 100% confidence. If I need to bowl it a lot, then I'm able to do that out on the ground.
Did Macca say anything to you, apart from the bit of vision that we saw of him giving you the cat, that he had any other words of advice as a fellow leggy sort of coming into the big time?
Not too much. No, he said just sort of sees the opportunity, and when day 4 comes, that was sort of when he loved to do his bowling at the Adelaide Oval. So yeah.
Have you done a bit of work with him in the past? I think he's been around a little bit, hasn't he?
Not really. Not with me particularly. So it was nice. That was the first time I've met him. So it was nice to sort of shake his hand, say hello.
So who do you work with? Sort of mostly off out at Kenzie, or is it?
Yeah, Aaron O'Brien a little bit out at Kenzie. I tend to sort of just get most of my stuff from my peers as well, and obviously bowling in the net. So I find the batters a really good resource to learn from bowling, and what they find difficult to play, I try and bowl the most, I guess.
Have you had much contact with Warren?
No, I met him once out on the Oval during a test match and managed to bowl a couple of balls, and we didn't get too many things. He was probably busy with a lot of his commentary and stuff, but it was really good to meet him and say hello. Obviously an idol of mine as I was growing up. So
yeah. Speaking with Jake Lehman before the game on the doubles, he suggested that your attitude and your competitiveness is a big plus. He said that when you're in the nets, you don't mind sort of tossing it up to Fergie and Trav and these blokes. Is that something that's just inbuilt in you, or?
I guess, I mean, there's probably not much point going into your shell and trying to bowl something differently to different batters just because they've got a reputation or something. So I tend to try and back myself in, and then if they're hitting my good balls and stuff like that, then as I said before, I'll go and ask them and ask what I'm sort of doing wrong or what I could be doing better, I guess, and then they'll let me know, and I'll try and change something that I need to. So.
How did life change for you after that Under-19 World Cup quarter-final? Were you expecting that sort of level of exposure that got?
Probably not. No. Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. A lot of people started coming out and sort of giving their opinions and things, and I guess that's a little bit tricky to sort of try and back yourself if you think something's going right, and then you've got 100,000 people telling you not, or telling you not bowling well, or blah blah blah. But yeah, it was definitely nice to have those figures under my belt, and yeah, it was quite a different experience, I guess.
I guess leg spin is a craft, and people only sort of master it when they get in their late 20s, early 30s.
If ever, yeah. I don't think anyone really mastered it. Even Warner said he hasn't quite mastered it. So if he hasn't, then I don't know who has, to be honest. But yeah, there's always different things you can learn.
You always a leggy, even back in school days and that sort of thing, or?
Used to bowl sort of medium pace and things.
Okay.
Then I changed to leggies when I was still pretty young. I think I was about 12 or something. So.
Okay. What appealed to you? The warm factor, or?
Not really. I think Dad just sort of noticed me bowling in the nets, so just tried everything. He used to keep, and as I'm sure everybody did back in the day, used to do everything. So. And I just sort of liked bowling it in the nets, and I got a bit of turn naturally as I first started. So that was good, and then managed to take a couple of wickets in my first game, and just went from there, I guess. Yeah.
Cool.